Hi, Geo here with the New American Landscape Channel, and I've been designing and building residential landscape environments for over 25 years. I have to say one of my absolute favorite things to do is to be working in the studio like this, creating the plans and the concepts and the ideas for the built environments. But the thing is that the plan is really just a representation, and there's a whole nother set of skills that are required in order to translate plan ideas or sketch ideas into the work locations on the job site. So in this short video segment, I'm going to introduce you to the 5 steps for laying out a landscape project to scale in the landscape. And so follow along as I take you to one of our job sites where we're going to be doing this today, and we're going to be translating a plan into those work locations on the job site. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to lay out this plan on the job site. We're working on the front landscape for this house, and it's kind of an interesting early summer day here in Colorado. Kind of late spring, early summer, and sometimes we just get crazy weather. And it's a little misty and cool out today, so I've got my warm clothes on to keep me warm while I'm doing this. So I've got the plan here, and one of the key things is to be able to have a way to take measurements off the plan and then get them onto measurements on the job site. So this plan here is in 10 scale, which means that 1 inch equals 10 feet, and so it allows me to use a ruler like this pretty easily. I've got my other tools here, marking paint, which is ultimately going to allow me to mark out the curves and create those points where we'll then drive in some of these stakes so that we create real solid points for if a digging machine comes in or if people are moving dirt around. These stakes will stay in place and keep our marks for us. So let me go ahead and show you how I lay this out using these garden hoses and the marking paint. So one of the first things that I do is I create a rough layout, and I look at the plan and I position the garden hoses in a relationship to what I see on the plan and what's actually existing there on the job site. And again, it's my initial layout process before I go into the very next step, which is to pull out my tape measure and scale up those measurements from the drawing and now bring them into the landscape and check and see how these curves are in relationship to an existing hard edge. And in this case, it's the driveway edge, and that allows me to make sure that my alignment, the alignment of the pathway is just right. And now I do the final adjustments to the curves. I move the garden hoses around, both using my hands and using my feet, visually looking to make sure that the curves are exactly in a way that's going to be most visually appealing. So garden hoses, like I said, are such a great tool to use for laying out because the curves are really key to ultimately your lines looking right and looking visually attractive. So if I have my choice of the type of hose to use for laying out garden edges like this, I really like the rubber hose because it has a lot more flexibility to it. And cheap hoses or vinyl hoses get kind of kinked up and they don't have the kind of pliability that a rubber hose has. So, you know, if you're investing in that or if you're doing a lot of this kind of work, if you're a professional doing this, then I'd really recommend investing just a little bit more that it costs for the rubber hoses because they create that ability to have a lot more flexibility in your layout. So now that I have the curves all laid out for this new walkway, now I want to commit them to marking points. And what I like to use is an inverted marking paint like this, an orange one, because it allows you to be able to see visually the results of your curves and everything. So when you pull the stakes away, you're going to be able to see really how everything is really looking, and if you need to make adjustments, then you can do that. And the final step is going to be to use the wooden stakes to drive in the ground, to hold points just in case rain comes, washes the marking paint away, or the movement of dirt or something like that. It's really important to keep these marking points in place, because this now, once we've done it, hopefully we're going to only do it one time, because it does take time to mark it all out. Typically about an hour or 2 hours on a project is very common to mark everything out. So you don't want to lose those points, and that's why I use those marking stakes. So I'm just wrapping things up as it's starting to sprinkle, and as you can see, I've got my marking lines in place. I've set the stakes, and now these lines are going to guide the construction crew to where to cut and where to pull soil out of, and all the things that are going to result in setting this landscape into place. I hope you enjoyed this segment on laying out projects in the landscape. This is Gio Pensino with the New American Landscape Channel. I look forward to seeing you next time.